Okay, we're back with the 775, but I thought while we've got the 775 in place, let's have a play with this beauty. And this beauty is a nice amplifier, but I'm going to need to turn it down. I'm about to do an on-air test, and I can give you a dummy load test after, but just let me get it to an on-air power level. Hang on. Just realised something, hang on. Okay, slight adjustment there because we are on antenna, and these amplifiers will do a lot more. This is the Drake L7, very rare L4. You know what? I advertised this as an L4 initially, and it's not. It's an L7. It's the later model power supply, etc. All wired up on 240 volts, and beautiful power supply. Bit of history. Now they run two 3-500Zs in them, but don't be perturbed by the fact that they don't do as much as say a TL922 or some of the Heathkit SB220s, etc. with 3-500Zs. What they elected to do was to run 3-500Zs at a level that they'll run for a lifetime, and it was clever. It was very clever. Now I'm going to have to do two little quick tests here, but what I'll do, let me just hang on. Let me switch back to dummy load. Let's get the power side out of the way. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now I'm not pushing that hard at the moment, but there's 750 watts quite easily. I can push it a bit harder, but I don't want to go too crazy with the problem with the 775 DSP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. Okay, no, let's not keep going. I'll just go back to dummy load. Hang on, I just got to switch over. Okay, just going to see if VK2 OMG's out there. Hang on, no, my antenna just gave me some trouble then for a second. Let me fix that. Okay, so I'm running a series of patch cords along the ground, lots of wrong things here, so these little SWR issues are sort of my fault. Normally we run all the stuff on the other side of the room here with, you know, obviously accredited equipment with all big patch leads, and we've sort of just patched in to do this quick test. So all our readings are get a little bit sort of off to the usual sort of environment. But let's have a look there. So I'm going to just try for 400 watts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all right, 396.2 watts, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Only driving it with about 30 watts there. VK2 OMG, VK3 3 Charlie Mike. Wonder if you're about Rob. VK2 OMG, VK3 Charlie Mike. We may not hear Rob. The band today, he might have heard me earlier running the amp. Rob's not running an amp at the moment, and he may have heard me, but I may not have heard him. He sent me, sort of heard someone then. He sent me a quick message, but anyway. So basically, they came with this incredibly useless meter that went up to 3,000 watts. Excuse me. That probably should have read more like, 1,500 watts, 300. Then it reads reflected power up to 300 watts, of course. You can monitor your current and your volts, of course, which lots and lots of volts coming off that there. And that's a thing to be careful of too. You need to remember when you're using one of these things, check for any nicks in these cables. See that clear looking cable there? That is a bloody nightmare to get wrong. Don't even put your hands behind there while you've got this all connected up. Just not sure like that idea completely. Look, it is a very protected cable, but that being said, you know, sometimes things don't always go as you like. But yeah, now so let's just see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, VK3 Charlie Mike, VK3 Charlie Mike, VK3 Charlie Mike, just testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. VK2 OMG, you listening on here yet, Rob? Unfortunately, I've started my video now, so he might have set a different frequency, so I won't be able to get into my SMS. But anyway, it doesn't matter. That's not entirely true. Actually, I could do it from the other computer. Hang on, I'll just see if he's about. It's the thing these days, isn't it? We've all got 40,000 terminals running everywhere, and I just realised, of course, I can send him a PM on Facebook. We'll see. Lovely amplifier. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2. VK3 Charlie Mike. Actually, SWR is holding quite nice at the moment, and it's holding quite nice at 400 watts. They'll run 400 watts every day of the week, just forever. They really will. You know, they're a true 160 through to 10 meter amplifier. And no, you won't get the top power that some of the other amps are getting, but as I said, they'll run forever, and they're a nice design actually. And the chap that's actually getting this is a big fan of a lot of the Drake gear. Well, I think he's getting it. We're hoping. Anyway, but if he doesn't take it, we'll certainly get on to everybody and tell you, hey, yeah, it's available. But certainly, I think it's actually sold at the moment. I'll just give Rob one more call, but if not, this amplifier test is going to be short and sharp. VK2 OMG, VK3 Charlie Mike, you copying and all, Rob? could just be conditions. Too young have just absolutely cleared out. And actually, I don't think he's got my message yet. No, he hasn't. It's still showing up as a sent message, but not being received. So he might have got tired of me setting up, which I did take an extra few minutes. I called out here, and then I thought, no, I need to set up the dummy load for the high power test, so I could have some switching set up to show the amp, sort of pushing a bit. A little bit of a caution factor too, when you're running 200 watt radios like this, the reason I'm keeping the power down a bit is because I just honestly know that, these amps won't like, peaks over 100 watts at all. And we're only probably putting in about 50 watts at the moment just to drive it. So it definitely could drive a little bit harder, but I just wanted to know, at least if I saw 800 watts coming out of this, I'm fine. People could choose to drive it however they want after that, but normally, 900 watts to a kilowatt is probably about what you'd want to run them at, not much more. I must be talking to people overseas here, because in Australia we've still got this archaic 400 watts of course, but anyway. It looks like I might have to pack this radio up again too. I've got a few more to get through today, and I'm out of room, and I just thought if I don't do this today for a mate of mine, Rob, that's interested in this amp, not Rob I'm trying to call right now, another Rob, it won't get done, and I've been trying to do it for the last 2 weeks, to be honest, but we've finally got that going. All right, well, I don't think we're going to get VK2 OMG, VK3 Charlie Mike. I don't think we're going to get him on, but we've got great power coming out of that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Rob, you there, mate? But if no call back from Rob, I think we'll just unfortunately say that we'll just check. Anybody out there hearing VK3 Charlie Mike, just testing an old Drake L7 amplifier. It is, conditions today are dead as dead as dead. It's noise, hot day, and all dead. All right, well, thanks very much for having a look at this video, and much appreciated. Rob, you know who you are. Yeah, I'm working well, mate. But by the way, I didn't mention this before. We bought it up overnight on a 100, about 80 volts first, then we went about 110, 120 volts, then up to excuse me, up to 240 volts. I highly suggest this for gear that's been sitting on the shelf. This has been on our museum shelf for quite a while. So actually, you know what, and I've got to be honest, we should have probably done the same with this. Not so bad with a newer generation switch mode supply that they run on these things. They don't tend to be, but something that dates back to the 70s, you want to start them up slow, just make sure. All right, well, there you go. That's the pan of the whole system, the L7. Nearly called it an L4 then, but definitely an L7. And anyone that's interested, I've actually got full Drake TR7, TR7A, all the options, all the bits and pieces that you could ever need in Drake. So, it's a pity I'm selling this separate, to be honest, because there's probably somebody that wanted to buy it with all the radio and everything, but he's a good mate of mine. I'm quite happy to do that. All right, thanks very much, and we'll catch you on the next one. This is VK3 Charlie Mike, Tangambulanga, Northeast Victoria. All the best. Cheers.